Hello everyone, Steve Pollack here with Banyan Hills Technologies. In this video, we're going to talk about devices and how to filter a list of devices in Canopy so that you can find the devices that are important to you. We can filter on lots of criteria, device attributes, and even on the condition of the device. Let's dig in. I'm on the operations page right now. To go to the devices page, click over here in the left-hand side navigation where it says Devices. From here, I can see the full list of devices in my organization. There are actually several ways to filter this list of devices and find what I'm looking for. First, I can come over here to the Filter button, and if I know what I'm looking for, I can quickly type in the information and find it that way. For instance, if I know that I want to find the device located at the Sydney airport, I can come down here to the location input and type Sydney to find it. I'm going to click the apply button, and now it has filtered the list of devices so that only the device that is located at the Sydney airport is showing. To remove this Sydney filter, I can just click over here on the little X on the Sydney location pill, and it removes it, and now I will see the full list of devices. The second way to filter devices is to use an advanced filter. To do that, you come over here to the advanced filter button, click on it, and it brings up this modal here for an advanced filter. I'll add in my name here. Since this is a demo account, I'm just going to call it Test Filter. And then I'm going to come in here and add the criteria for my filter. For starters, let's say I want to see all the devices located at an airport. To do that, I'll go into this field drop down, search location, an operator. I'm going to say contains, and then I'm going to put airport into my value. I will save this here, and now my advanced filter has been saved. To get to it, I'll just click on this down arrow and click on Test Filter, and now it has filtered out all of the non-airport locations because that's what I was searching for in their airport. Let's say I want to get more granular. We can do that by editing the filter. I'll click on this down arrow again and then bring up the three dots here to bring up my options, and now you can see here I'm just going to hit edit, and I'm going to add an additional filter here. One important thing to note, this is an AND criteria, not an OR criteria, meaning our filter will use both of these conditions, and if both are true, it will return a device. Let's see how it works in practice. For the field, let's say I only want to have devices that have a status of in field. So I'm going to come over here to my operator, and equal to selected is in here because Canopy already knows the list of values in the status field, so I can just come in here and look for the one that I want and just click on the checkbox, and it will do it that way. So now we have both of these conditions. The location needs to contain airport, and then the status needs to be in field. And so when I hit apply now, I'm going to come back in here. I will reapply my filter, and when I hit that, it will filter out anything that is not in field. So you can see here everything is at an airport and in field. To remove the filter, again, I just come up here to this little pill and click on the X, and now it removes the filter from my list of devices. You can see the in-warehouse devices have now shown back up. That's how I know that this filter is no longer being applied. The last way to filter devices is to use a filter card, and I do that by coming over here to where it says Add Card, and this brings up another modal. From here, I'm going to give this filter a name. I'm going to use this card to display all devices with a status of in field. So I'll call this one in-field devices. I can give it a color, and you can just pick whatever color is appropriate for this. Maybe I'll just go with some sort of a purplish. And then you can give it an icon as well if you want to. So for in-field icon, I'll just pick maybe this location icon. And now I'm going to add the actual filter itself. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. Status operator equal to selected, and then the value can be in field. I'll check that there. And now I will save. And so now you can see that it gives you this card up here. It has not yet been applied, but I can see that it's giving me the information that there will be 60 in-field devices. So if I want to click on it to filter this list of devices using the card, it will now filter the list, and I can see that all of these statuses are for those devices that are in field. Now, one thing I can do here is I can actually add an additional card if I want to. And let's say for this card, I can put airport devices, and I will give that a green color. And I'm going to give this a checkbox. And so for this same one, I'm going to come in here and say contains, and again value airport. I'll hit save, and now this second card is up here, and I can see that there are 53 devices located at the airport. So I already have my in-field devices filter applied. I can now add an additional layer and say only show me airport devices. And when I click on that, now it updates the list, and there are only 53 devices that are being shown. To quickly remove these filters, again, I can either just click on the card here or just hit the X on these little pills to remove each one, and you can do it that way. If I want to edit, clone, or delete something with the filter card, I just come over here, hover on the card, and then click on these three dots, and it brings up all of these options. Edit and delete should be self-explanatory. Clone is if I don't want to start from scratch and I want to create another filter card. It shows all of the information that was in the previous card that you're copying. It brings it all over into here, and you can add additional filters, change the icon if you want, change the name, etc. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to hit cancel for this particular one. Now, one additional thing to keep in mind is that you can come over here to the page settings with these three dots, and you can see here that the filter cards are located here as well. Again, I have the option to clone, edit, or delete them. I can, if I for some reason need to move them into a different sequence, I can add the airport devices above, and then it updates over here as well. Hopefully this gives you a good overview of the different ways devices can be filtered in Canopy and shows you just how flexible the system really is. Okay, that's all for this video. See you in the next one.